In this video, we're going through an upper body session. This is the last upper body session that I did. I'm going to try to explain the reasoning behind it, how to structure the exercises, how many sets to do, and basically how we can benefit in a way that it potentiates muscle growth. Starting off with the first exercise, that is a shoulder focused exercise. This is the cross arm, single arm, of course, lateral raise. This is a great variation, first because it's single arm, so you are able to focus on each arm alone. Second, it challenges the shoulder in the stretch position, so from the starting position compared to the dumbbell where it's challenged basically at the short position. So this is a great variation to be included. And of course, since we are including it as the first exercise, that means that this is basically our priority in the session. We're giving it most of our energy, followed up by 3 back exercises, and this is because this is a back dominant upper body session, meaning that in this session, most of the volume, so most of the number of sets, is gonna be done by the back muscles. So the first exercise is a bent over row, and in this variation we're focusing mainly on the stretched position, so we're not going all the way up, we're going halfway up almost, and we're using the straps, of course, to help with the grip, so that the grip is not the limiting factor, or at least the grip can last more, so we can drive the back closer to failure. This is done for 2 sets, whereas the first exercise was done for 3 sets, followed by a high row with the head support. The reasoning for the head support is basically it'll help with bracing, so you will be able to think less about your lower back and legs and focus more on the upper body. And of course, here we're not doing half the range, but we're going all the way up with the elbows. This is great also for the upper back, as well as the middle back, as well as, of course, a bit of lats. And the first exercise, since we were using a neutral grip compared to this exercise, which is on overhand grip, the first exercise will bias the lats a bit more. Third exercise that is done for 3 sets is the iliac row. This is also primarily biasing the lats, but of course includes the upper back as well. And here we're using the bench first, of course, to be able to get really stable into position, and we're driving the elbow toward the hip as much as possible. After finishing the 3 back exercises, we now move on to the shoulder exercises and chest exercises. First exercise is the hammer strength machine shoulder press. This is a great machine because the bench allows for good bracing, so basically we can press without thinking about stabilizing our body. The second thing is that each arm can move alone, so this is also great. And of course, it's not only targeting the shoulders, but also targeting the chest and targeting the tricep. This is done for 2 sets, followed by a chest press machine, which is also a great machine because first, we're really stable in this position and we can really get a good stretch. The thing is that this exercise is done for 3 sets. When we say 2 sets compared to 3 sets, it's really dependent on the individual. You can always start on the lower end, so you can start with 2 sets for all of the exercises. If you find that you're not getting too sore, you're able to recover and repeat performance or improve performance in the following session. That means you are able most likely to handle more volume. So eventually most of the exercises would end around 3 sets, but you have to keep in mind that if you're doing an upper body session and you're doing a lot of exercises because you want to target a lot of muscles, doing some of the exercises with 2 sets seems more logical. So after finishing the chest focused exercise, we move on to biceps and triceps. I didn't take video for the tricep exercise, but for the bicep one, it's a dumbbell preacher curl. Using the bench allows us to get more output out of the biceps because we will swing our elbow less and we will move our shoulder also less. And this is also a great exercise. This is done for 3 sets, as well as the triceps also done for 3 sets. And basically, if you structure your workout in this way, that means you're prioritizing first shoulder and back, then secondary is gonna be for shoulders, front delt and chest, and biceps and triceps. That's it for the workout. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and see you soon.